The Today in Manufacturing podcast offers a powerful and unique perspective on the biggest stories impacting U.S. manufacturers. Anna Wells, David Manti, and Jeff Ranke apply their experience as editors of industry-leading brands Manufacturing.net and Industrial Equipment News in providing in-depth analysis of the latest headlines. Their insight, along with a mix of humor and human interest, makes Today in Manufacturing a go-to source. Keep pace with supply chain challenges, electric vehicle developments, labor struggles, robotics, and more by listening, downloading, and subscribing to the Today in Manufacturing podcast.
Plastic is not one of the most popular materials in the world right now, being branded unsustainable. Domestically, members of the U.S. Congress have introduced legislation to crack down on plastic production, and globally, nations are negotiating a treaty to end plastic pollution. Despite the potential adverse effects of plastic, igus, a German motion plastics manufacturer, sees an opportunity to leverage this unsustainable product to promote sustainability, achieve cost and time savings, and usher in a new workforce. igus highlighted this possibility at Hannover Messe 2024 through its lubrication-free polymer bearings and its Go Zero Lubrication campaign. Felix Brockmeyer, the CEO of igus's North American subsidiary Igus Inc., clarified that the company's Zero Lubrication bearings are actually self-lubricating. The distinction arises from the presence of solid lubricants housed within tiny chambers in the fiber-reinforced material, which releases extremely small amounts of lubricant during movement.
Our products in itself actually have a sustainability factor baked in, and that is the fact that you can use our products without external lubrication. What you learned in school in the past in engineering school was, you cannot go wrong with lubrication. Now it's the 1 liter of oil going into the groundwater contaminates 1 million liters of water. And so that awareness in general and the carbon footprint that is related to CO2 or the fossil fuels being extracted and then turned into lubricants, I think that awareness is much bigger.
To support its push for change, igus shared statistics that global lubricant expenses amount to $240 billion annually, while 50% of machine failures are attributed to improper bearing lubrication. While many customers will be attracted to the time and money saved by not having to grease bearings, the environmental benefits will likely be of lesser concern. Take, for instance, the deployment of plastic bearings on a 60-foot cultivator that formerly relied on 120 metal bushings that required regular greasing. The application will be spared the time-consuming labor and reduce oil runoff. However, Brockmeyer explained that the sustainability gain is not enough for some consumers.
The mindset of, protecting the environment and keeping oil out of the ground has to come through the next generation. It's going to take a while until a farmer in Iowa will necessarily be concerned about grease of his bearing dripping into the ground, right? Because it's the effects for him. You cannot win yet with the sustainability factor there. You can win with the time saving that he has not having to lubricate his equipment anymore, right?
The company set out to prove its bearings value in a joint study with RWTH Aachen University. The study analyzed the economic and ecological effects of using plastic plain bearings for 9 companies in the automation, construction, packaging, food, and bottling industries. The study concluded that, depending on the application, lubrication-free polymer bearings could help save up to $15 million on lubricant purchasing costs and up to 2 million working hours annually. Additionally, the study highlighted specific benefits of one participant, Heineken Brazil, which saved approximately $3,000 in lubrication costs and 1.5 hours in maintenance per unit annually by using plastic plain bearings. Furthermore, the study estimated that Heineken could save approximately 22 tons of lubricant and achieve an annual reduction of 28,814 kilograms in carbon dioxide equivalents if they used lubrication-free polymer bearings in all of its conveyor belts across 160 global locations.
We're really surprised about the super high numbers of money the companies could save. For example, Heineken in Brazil, they save millions of euro because they don't have to spend every day the time into greasing and maintaining their machines.
Despite igus's history of making bearings for nearly 60 years, CEO of Bearings and Linear Technology Tobias Vogel said he believes that the best chance to be successful with Go Zero Lubrication is right now, because of a perfect storm of regulations, labor challenges, and economic considerations. Vogel explained how German regulations are driving industries toward more sustainable practices, such as the ability for states and cities to ban vehicles with diesel engines and the phase-out of oil and gas heating systems. Secondly, there is a looming labor shortage to consider. A new study from Deloitte and the Manufacturing Institute projects that U.S. manufacturing could see a net need for as many as 3.8 million jobs between 2024 and 2023, with 1.9 million of those jobs going unfilled. Among those millions of unfilled jobs are maintenance workers tasked with preventative lubrication, which Brockmeyer described as, quote, not very value added.
Often it is, it's the truth, often it is, they want to have a cheaper bushing, it's the price. And after they are using our bushing, they see the advantages that they don't have to maintain it. That was a main reason why we make the study, to make it more clear, to make it more transparent, that there is a second advantage, not only the price. The companies have problems to find good technical people to do the maintenance. So they have to save money, they have to save lubrication, and they have to keep an eye on, you don't find the people who want to do the work. It's a stupid job to grease every week 20 bearings. And if you save money, time, and the people, you can use the people for other jobs, or more intelligent jobs.
Still, for most industrial customers, the sustainability aspect of igus's lubricant-free polymer bearings may not be the primary draw. However, as igus continues to promote the product and implement technology that appeals to younger generations, such as the AI-powered igus Go app, there is potential to attract the younger workforce that, as Brockmeyer put it, can push the mindset of protecting the environment.
It's a mindset that you care because the generation after you will be impacted by it, right? I mean, if I deploy lubrication-free bearings, it doesn't help me. I'll be gone before the negative impacts of that are there, right? It takes a very specific thought process of having experience that the negative impact on the environment can impact you personally.